A WWE Hall of Famer recently named a surprising name as the real tribal leader of the Stanford-based promotion over Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns. Mick Foley firmly believes Rhea Ripley deserved the honor over the two male stars. The Eradicator is arguably the biggest draw in WWE's women's division right now. Her stint as a member of Judgment Day and subsequent babyface run on Raw has won her legions of fans, including those from within the business. One such name is the legendary Mick Foley, who recently sang her praises in an interview. In a chat with Muscleman Malcolm, Foley was asked to name the real tribal leader of WWE between Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns. However, the 59-year-old legend went in a completely different direction, saying he was Mammy's boy. Mick Foley added that Ripley, not Sikoa or Reigns, was the real tribal leader. After securing the pinfall over Women's World Champion Liv Morgan during the Women's War Games match at Survivor Series 2024, Ripley was in action against her Judgment Day stablemate, Raquel Rodriguez, on Raw. The 28-year-old star emerged victorious in the Anything Goes match that saw Morgan and Io Sky getting involved in the closing stages of the bout. With her win on the Monday night show, Rhea Ripley has further asserted her claim at getting a shot at Liv Morgan's title. However, before that, Morgan will put her gold on the line against Sky at Saturday night's main event on December 15. It remains to be seen how things fare for Ripley and if she's able to get back the women's world title that was in her possession until April this year. The WWE Universe is no stranger to drama, but when a wrestling legend declares a new real tribal leader above the reigning Roman Reigns and his powerful cousin Solo Sikoa, the very foundation of the Bloodline saga is shaken. The legend's proclamation sends shockwaves through the wrestling world, igniting debates among fans and rivalries in the locker room. Let's dive into this bombshell revelation and explore the implications for WWE's current storyline. For years, Roman Reigns has been the undisputed tribal chief of WWE. With his imposing presence, cunning strategies, and unwavering confidence, he has commanded respect and fear alike. Flanked by the USOs and Solo Sikoa, the Bloodline has ruled WWE with an iron fist, dominating rival factions and laying waste to anyone who dared oppose them. But as powerful as the Bloodline is, the wrestling world thrives on unpredictability. Even the strongest alliances are tested, and the most revered leaders can be challenged. Roman's dominance has long been questioned by his detractors, who argue that his methods rely more on manipulation than true leadership. Meanwhile, Solo Sikoa, the quiet enforcer, has earned praise for his raw power and unshakable loyalty. And now, with a single statement from a wrestling legend, their very roles are under scrutiny. The declaration came during a high-profile wrestling podcast hosted by Hall of Famer Mick Foley. Known for his no-nonsense approach and deep respect for the sport, Foley dropped a bombshell when he named someone outside the Bloodline as the real tribal leader of WWE. "Look, I've watched Roman Reigns dominate for years. No one can take that away from him," Foley said. "And Solo Sikoa? That guy's a beast. But when I talk about a real tribal leader, I'm talking about someone who embodies the spirit of the people, someone who doesn't need to manipulate or control to inspire loyalty. There's one name that stands out to me, and it's not Roman or Solo." Fans leaned in, hanging on Foley's every word. The legend took a deep breath before continuing. "It's Jey Uso." To some, Foley's statement might seem shocking. But for others, it's a long overdue recognition of Jey Uso's role in WWE's most gripping storyline. Jey, often seen as Roman's right-hand man, has spent years in his cousin's shadow. but his journey from loyal lieutenant to reluctant rebel has showcased his emotional depth and leadership qualities. It was Jey who first challenged Roman's authority during the early days of the Bloodline saga. Their brutal Hell in a Cell match in 2020 was a turning point, with Jey ultimately succumbing to Roman's dominance to protect his family. Yet, even as he pledged allegiance to the tribal chief, Jey never fully lost his sense of self. His internal struggle, loyalty to his twin brother Jimmy, and eventual rebellion against Roman highlighted his resilience and heart. Fans rallied behind Jey as the main event, a moniker that spoke to his ability to shine when it mattered most. Foley's proclamation reignited those sentiments. Jey Uso doesn't need a throne or a crown to be a leader, he said. He's proven time and time again that he's willing to fight for his family, even if it means standing up to Roman. That's what a real leader does. The aftermath of Foley's statement was immediate. Social media exploded with reactions as fans debated the merits of Jey, Roman, and Solo as potential tribal leaders. Hashtags like #RealTribalLeader and #JeyUso trended worldwide, with fans revisiting key moments in the Bloodline's history to make their case. Roman Reigns, typically silent on social media, broke his usual stoic demeanor with a cryptic tweet. Legends speak, but the tribal chief decides. Acknowledging. Solo Sikoa, true to his character, remained quiet, though his in-ring demeanor in subsequent matches hinted at brewing frustration. The youngest member of the Bloodline has often been portrayed as the enforcer, but Foley's comments may have planted seeds of doubt. Could Solo see himself as a leader in his own right, separate from Roman's shadow? And then there was Jey. Far from basking in the praise, he addressed the situation with humility. Respect to Mick Foley, but I'm just doing me, he said in a backstage interview. Whether I'm the leader or not, I'm always gonna fight for my family. The WWE creative team wasted no time capitalizing on the buzz. On SmackDown, Roman Reigns addressed the WWE Universe in a fiery promo. Mick Foley, a man who's built his career on falling off cages and rolling in thumbtacks, thinks he knows what it means to lead. Roman sneered, his voice dripping with disdain. Let me remind everyone, the tribal chief doesn't need validation from has-beens or wannabes. I am the Bloodline. I made Solo. I made Jey. Without me, they're nothing. But Roman's bravado was interrupted by none other than Jey Uso. The crowd erupted as Jey, microphone in hand, stood face to face with his cousin. You didn't make me use, Jey said, his voice steady but intense. I've been fighting for this family since day one. You may have the throne, but I've got the people. And that's what makes a real leader. The tension was palpable as the WWE Universe buzzed with anticipation. Could this be the beginning of a new power struggle within the Bloodline? While Jey and Roman clashed on the mic, Solo Sikoa watched from the sidelines, his expression unreadable. The powerhouse of the Bloodline has always been a man of few words, but his actions speak volumes. Solo's role in this unfolding drama could be the most intriguing of all. Will he continue to support Roman, despite Foley's comments stirring doubt? Or will he seize the opportunity to carve his own path? As the youngest member of the Bloodline, Solo has the potential to redefine his legacy and become a force to be reckoned with. As the storyline evolves, one thing is clear. The WWE Universe holds immense power in shaping the narrative. Foley's comments have sparked a conversation that transcends kayfabe, highlighting the emotional investment fans have in the Bloodline saga.